up on this edition of Hawkeye News.
Recently, Principal Mr. Shutman announced that another member of the successful Tennant family has received a special award. This time, it is the youngest of the Tennant boys. Details on this special announcement straight ahead.
Plus, since the second semester of school is crunch time for many of us, especially as seniors, we check in with our academic counselor's office to see what students need to know for the spring semester. News seniors can use coming up.
Also, Assistant Principal Miss Tier was recently named Assistant Principal of the Year for Region 10. Out of the 70 schools in Region 10, Miss Tier was the only assistant principal to receive this honor from the region.
And finally, after all the Happy New Year greetings and celebrations have come and gone, many people reflect on their lives and think about making positive changes. This month, Hawkeye News reporter Catherine Martinez asked Red Oak High School students and staff what their New Year's resolutions are for this year.
All coming up next on this edition of Hawkeye News.
You're watching Hawkeye News with Christian Henson, Natalie Hillary, Sports with Brady Sapp, News coverage from the Junior High Bureau with Lexi Below, and What's New at the WC with India Fernandez. Plus academic and student life reports with our Hawkeye News team. Hawkeye News.
Leadership you can depend on.
Hawkeye News starts now.
Welcome to the first edition of Hawkeye News for January 2006. I'm Christian Henson.
And I'm Natalie Hillary. It's good to be back in the studio after a long winter's break. The holidays are over and it's back to work. We hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas holiday and are looking forward to a happy new year.
Hawkeye News is back with more stories and information students can use. And later in our show, we'll give you an inside look at our newly developed website, the official network of Hawkeye News. Students, teachers, and anyone in the world can visit us on the World Wide Web. If you've missed an episode of Hawkeye News, you can watch it at www.hawkeye-news.com.
Hawkeye News is committed to bringing you the great news around Red Oak ISD and the community in 2006 with our extended team coverage.
I'm Leslie Rangel, inside of the new Red Oak Elementary School. Coming up, I'll have a full report on just how much our city has grown over the past few years, and we'll take a look at some new businesses coming to town. While our city is growing, so is our school district, and with that comes the need for new facilities. I'll take you inside the newest edition of Red Oak ISD later in the show.
I'm India Fernandez, just outside the West Campus. What's new at the WC? The 9th grade Student Council hosted a drive to help families in need this holiday season by donating canned goods to the Red Oak Area Outreach. I'll have details on how the food was distributed straight ahead.
I'm Katie Stanglin in Duncanville, just outside the Duncanville High School natatorium, where Red Oak High School's new swim team meets. Yes, swim team, and this year that means another area of UIL competition for Red Oak High School. I'll introduce you to these new members and the swim team and show you how you can support these new student athletes. This story and much more later in sports.
In the Red Oak school system, over 50 students were caught and criminally charged with fighting the 2004-2005 school year. To date, we have had 15 fights in which charges have been filed for disorderly conduct. I'm J.D. Foster in front of Red Oak Police Department. Coming up in this month's crime report, we take a closer look at a major issue facing today's young adults, fighting. But first, back to Christian and Natalie for this month's top stories.